This one's called Feel the Wrath and it has words.
Feel the wrath. Feel the wrath. Wrath.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, everyone in the world.
Transvestites.
The three Perez brothers on Feel the Wrath. This is insane. Y'all, thank you very much for being on this.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, man. Thanks for inviting us.
What are we supposed to do? What do you want me to do? What do you want us to do?
He wants
Chill.
to do
I'm gonna ask some questions and we'll go through
I don't use the internet, man.
Nah, it's all right. We're good. How you guys doing?
we're just chatting, huh?
Yeah, totally. Cheers,
Love's
guys.
lost.
Cheers.
What you got there?
I got
Yeah.
a plethora.
I got some non-alc, but we're good.
Oh man,
Hell yeah.
Hey, and let's
I brought the Ukrainian vodka.
oof. And let's make a toast to Kindo.
Special question.
You know, his passing was 2 weeks ago. So
Yeah.
Ooh, man.
That's right, man. Toast to that, man.
Shoddy.
toast to
We're gonna be done fast.
cheers up.
That's right, man. All right, we get those out of the way. We can roll.
Yup, exactly. So you guys are in Santa Cruz right now?
Yes, Capitola actually.
Oh, Capitola. All right. And Pelon, you just drove up from Frisco?
Yeah.
Okay.
I didn't drive.
Well,
He can't drive.
traveled.
Yeah,
Long distance. Earlier today, he was in San
it's
Francisco.
the farthest I've been in 10 years, man.
Nice. Hell yeah. All right. Well, so we'll go through the regular questions and whatnot. So obviously you guys were all born in Redwood City?
Oh yeah,
Kaiser Hospital, man.
Kaiser
Oh,
on
great.
Veterans Boulevard.
Fuck
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
Hell yeah. And what area of Redwood did you guys grow up at?
We were over by Selby Lane, like off Pelota and Woodside Road,
Okay.
on Nimitz Avenue for the most part.
It would be called the West Side, I guess, right?
Yeah, I'm not sure.
I don't know how they do it with the.
I think that
geographics,
you
bro.
cut fucking
Like,
that shit at the train tracks. So like
Yeah.
east side,
Yeah, we're
tracks,
West Side.
of the tracks. We're over there.
Exactly.
East
Okay.
side had tacos. We had hamburgers.
Dollar the fucking 20-cent burger shit, man.
Fucking burgers.
A&W, fool.
$1. You want a holla?
Now it's
And
expensive.
so Thomas has been on this before. I'm gonna ask Thomas questions here and there, but this is kind of directed at you guys. So what schools did you like go to? Like obviously elementary and middle school.
You want to go one by one here, or
I fucking
guys go to different
I brought
ones?
a report card from high school.
I went to Selby and then Kennedy.
We
and-
all
and
did the
Woodside.
same shit, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Kennedy's where I met Billy and introduced me to Kindred, and that's kind of the whole.
yeah, we all went to
where it started,
Selby,
yeah.
Selby Lane, and then Kennedy, and then Woodside. And
Okay.
then I think you guys went to Redwood or some shit after that. Maybe.
Yeah. How was
I
it?
did for a little while Redwood.
Yeah,
Like,
I didn't
continuation
finish
school.
though. I left.
you can earn a lot of credits if you go to this school.
No,
Yeah,
it was fucking
exactly.
a bunch of fucking bullshit. Although there was fucking a picture of Rich on some fucking bulletin board at that school. I don't know how that happened.
For what?
He had like a hat on.
Doing good picture?
I don't know. Fucking I didn't know him.
Doing good picture.
I didn't know him at that
like
point.
the employee of the month or whatever, right?
Yeah,
Student of
totally.
the month.
Yeah, he's a jolly fucking dude, man.
Gotcha.
I gotta get something.
Oh, yeah.
Watch out, man.
It's okay. There's still two of us left, right? We can
Yeah,
just-
exactly.
I'll be right
Wait,
back.
everybody, pause.
He's got his bladder is getting old,
Yeah.
so he has to urinate very often.
Hey, I think we're all getting old, bro. I was contemplating whether or not I need to wear glasses.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
I got mine right here.
Yeah. See?
Yeah. Glasses, hearing aids, all the other shit.
All right. Well, hey. So
This is what
oh, he got the OE in the place to be.
you have. The problems you can't find this shit in Santa Cruz. That's weird, man.
It's all woke now, bro.
I fucking tried to find a Schlitz 2.4.
Nah, good luck with that. Those are impossible.
Man.
Hella.
Not as popular as it was 30 years ago.
This is true. With the 2.4.
Here we drink IPA.
All right. Well, hey. So, what are you guys' earliest memories of music?
Oh man,
Dad playing Tower of Power.
Yeah, my
Pretty
dad
much.
had vinyl and shit. He played the Doors and stuff. You know.
He had like fucking Frampton. What else? He had Zeppelin. He had fucking
Floyd too. Shit.
Floyd a little bit.
And I remember our mom drove us everywhere, you know, back in the day, and she always had the fucking radio on, singing to it and shit, listening to like KFRC or whatever it was back.
Weren't
back in
you?
those days.
Didn't you go to a fucking Hendrix show? Basically,
Yeah.
Mom said she was pregnant with him at a fucking Hendrix show.
Yeah, that's the story. Like, my dad's like, I took your mom to see Hendrix when you were fucking in the womb.
That's cool.
But yeah, he had a guitar and shit. He never really played it, but you know, we always have music around, kind of like
Sure.
not the musical family. Like he didn't play the guitar, but
I tried the violin.
I think Pelon was the first one to get a guitar. I think I
Was
had
it?
Yeah.
piano lessons for like a day or two.
I learned
No, it's like
AC/DC Hell's Bells.
Yeah. On a violin.
We stick with it back in those
The
days.
guitar that Pelon had to use for his childhood lessons was the same guitar that Kindred smashed on his head at the Fiesta Grande
Where did
at that first Fiesta Grande show, which was in like '93 or some shit.
Oh, that's funny.
How do you get that fucking thing?
Because he was laying around the house, the kid was like, "I'm gonna smash this motherfucker tonight." He put the fucking little fucking holes to make sure it wouldn't fucking make him unconscious or something. And it was
Yeah, when he hit it over his head, all that dust flew off the shit because it hadn't been used.
like,
That was funny, man.
fucking
Oh, that's hilarious.
fucking Vato, man. Shit.
So Pelon started with the violin, but so between Kalmex and Snow, which one started playing guitar?
This guy.
I bought a guitar from a friend like when I was 15 or 16.
Okay.
Just a really cheap fucking guitar for $20, and
I think you got a Strat after that, right?
then I got into it, got a fucking Strat. And then, you know, playing a fucking guitar. Everybody played guitar, so I started jamming with people, and then everybody had a guitar or drum set, so I went and bought a bass, and then I was like, okay, cool.
Oh,
I can
sick.
fucking jam and play with other people, you know.
Shit.
But yeah, I got it I bought it off a friend for $20, and
That's
then
dope.
lent it to somebody who kept it, and bought myself a guitar, like saved up for my paper route or whatever.
Hell yeah.
Oh yeah.
I had a paper route too. I had the biggest paper route in Redwood City at one time. I had like 78 papers or something.
Damn.
Hella.
I never do that route. I just switched to go steal.
I still have that fucking mushroom table, dude. That's one of the oldest
Yeah.
fucking things that between us. Remember, we stole that shit off of.
Yeah.
Snowman had the instrument first. He was the one to learn the guitar, and then he kind of
Thomas
gave me
picked it
some
up right after.
lessons. So
I think
like,
probably I played for maybe a year at the most before he grabbed a guitar and then we started jamming and stuff.
yeah, he went to bass, and it was like then we can kind of rehearse, like we're like take a song from Testament and mimic it and
Sure.
fuck around with it and shit.
Fuck yeah. And then
Yeah, we start like just to carry on that conversation.
Mhm.
Once we started doing that shit, it's like quickly after that, as soon as we picked up guitars, started fucking around. It's like, well, why play other people's shit? Let's start fucking around with some shit. We make it up,
Right.
And pretty quickly, it just fucking
I was growing weed and photos.
just snowballs from there, man. You just start writing shit, and just like, because you want to do some shit, you don't want to just sit there and play fucking Led Zeppelin songs or whatever, Metallica songs or whatever it was back in the day.
totally.
Yeah,
Metallica was fucking rad back then, man.
Yeah, they were.
the thrash scene was cool back then.
Thrash scene.
Yeah.
Like
Pelon.
thrash.
Pelon.
Yeah,
So after the violin, you
I was lying to you, man.
He played guitar for like a week.
So you never really got
I
into
got in
it?
a fight with some little shithead that had a violin, and then that's what I was talking about. I guess. Fucking third grade. Third grade.
Long time ago.
But you still remember
Halterman, that fucking guy was an asshole, man. Do you remember that guy?
I don't know. I don't know
Being
the
a
neighbor
child
or
was
the
a
address.
Dude, I remember Papa fucking like that fucker grabbed me, this fucking guy. I was in third grade and I had a weed belt buckle. And he fucking he like started talking shit about that in front of the class. And he's like, "What's that for?" And I was like, "It's fucking weed."
Third grade?
He got all fucking stupid. This fucking guy, dude. I think he was fucking playing with little boys, dude.
Oh, it was
Oh,
a teacher.
shit.
I remember.
Fucking teacher, man. Third grade.
Fucking sagwinder.
Halterman. I remember that because Papa would. I
Sagwinder.
fucking came home crying one day because that fucker was yanking on me and shit.
Oh,
He started
shit.
fucking me around, and I fucking looked at him. I started crying and shit. So I went home, and fucking Papa was there. He went to the school, man. And he said, "This fuck." I don't remember what he said, but
Yeah, that's a
his fucking forearms are like.
World War II veteran, fucking short, stocky Mexican motherfucker, dude, like been shot down in workplace.
Fucking went down the plane in World War II, dude. They ain't fucking around.
Oh.
And that fucking dude didn't know what to fucking say. He's like,
I never heard that one yet. Shit.
yeah, well, not
We can tell all kinds of stories, but we can also
It's all good. That's what we're here for.
right on.
Fuck yeah. Hey, so going into that, so what was your first band that you were in, Snow?
So I remember fucking. I think it was 88 or 89, and was taking like a music appreciation class up at Foothill, and these two cats looking for a bass player. So we started jamming. That's how I met Pat. You know, because they were friends with these two cats.
Ganleys.
Pat Ganley, yeah. And we started a band, and we call it Dreamscape.
I remember that.
Yeah. So we had like 3 originals and played like 2 covers. Played the Pony once, but basically like that's when I met Pat, and then Pat's like, hey, fucking, he brought Rich and Freeway over to the little garage where we used to jam. And then
Freeway.
you know, fucking a couple months later, they're like, our bass player is kind of on the outs, and like, okay, let's go. And then Pat joined the band too, because it was Rich on guitar and Freeway on drums, and some guy named Tony on bass. So I think Tony skipped out or something, so I joined them on bass, and then we threw Pat in on guitar.
Pretty good.
Like started up right there.
That's cool.
So basically, yeah, I was in one band for about 3 months, and then Immortal Fate.
Okay. And then when did Pelon come in the picture?
So like pretty soon after, man, we were like,
They fired the singer from Immortal Fate.
so yeah, we had a
So
singer. I
he
think
came
he
in.
played one show. His name was Steve. Steve
Okay.
Smith.
Steve, yeah.
So anyway, I think we played one show at Pony with him. I don't remember like
Oh,
what songs we were playing. I think we played all originals. Maybe we played like one fucking cover, but we were like, let's fucking find a singer, you know, because he stopped showing up.
Okay.
Like it was all good and shit, but he just disappeared. Or like whatever, it didn't matter. So like everybody's like, we should just get your brother. Let's get your
Nice.
brother. So we're like, you want to join the band? He's like, yeah. And then that was it, man.
Fuck yeah.
That was the lineup solid through the fucking band too, I guess. Yeah, right.
To the
Yeah.
breakup. Yeah.
Yeah, fucking Pony Express, man.
So we played basically one
Yeah,
show
yeah,
for, like,
this-
without him, and he was in the band after that.
Fuck yeah. That's
Those
right.
are the, after parties at the Pony, because Snowman just had a 1-bedroom apartment like a block away from the fucking Pony Express.
Standish on Standish.
So we would take the
remember
whole
that?
fucking Pony Express and we would go to that fucking apartment, dude, and fucking just rip it up.
You know where
Like,
Tank Park is, man?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's
Right there.
It's right by Tank Park.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
The
yeah.
whole that was
That
the
fucking
after
Chris
party.
V, I
Was
remember we tried to
Chris
do.
Vasquez. Everybody would be up with that motherfucker.
We were doing the
dude.
fucking beer runs and stealing it from that.
Yeah,
fucking,
we would go to the nearest fucking shop and go, where the fuck it was called, and like we would go in with 2 cases
we used to
in
hop
our
the-
hands,
we used to
run
hop
out, you know, like
We stopped the fence at the fucking distributor. That was in like.
Oh,
was it-
that's a whole nether.
Was that in the San Carlos or
It
Belmont or
was
some
fucking
shit?
Shive, man. Remember
But we'd
that?
pop the fucking fence, you know, and we just
Shive.
roll the fucking
the trucks.
gate on the truck.
They weren't locked.
Oh,
and fucking
shit.
grab like 5-6 cases and
If
roll.
you could get over
Oh,
the
yeah.
fucking big fence, you got beer, all kinds of beer. And fucking, I remember fucking dude fucking threw one over, and whoever it was
First.
fucking fell on his fucking face. Like all these bottles broke and shit.
That was the Belmont Brewery. That
Belmont,
the club.
no,
The-
that, but
It was
that,
this bar,
Yeah.
and across the street they parked all the fucking the trucks where they parked them for the
it was a
night,
distribution
full of
fucking-
beer.
Oh, wow.
So if you hop the
That was
fence, if
fucking
you had the fucking
shite.
balls to hop it and get
Right.
in there, you can fucking get away with fucking tons of fucking cases and
Oh,
That was
You know.
Shive's fucking deal.
Yeah, dude. I mean, every
What happened to that guy,
every
man?
question's gonna throw like a million fucking memories about all those days, man. You know, like if you want to like try and fucking channel this motherfucker, let us know. Just
Nah,
shout
no.
no risk, because otherwise we're just gonna roll.
I was gonna
Oh,
jibber
this is
jabber all the time.
I love it. I mean, no,
we have our own jargon. We are fucking
Totally.
Perez brothers.
that's why we're doing this, man.
Language is
Bring,
always
bring up those memories. That,
People say fucking new words.
Anske, unska, inska, unka. E.
okay, Kalmex. So,
There's always new
so talking
words.
about that, I'm not sure. I know Kalmex has seen it, but so Jesse Simmers and I are in contact a lot. He was on this podcast before,
Yeah.
and he sent me a videotape that he found at his dad's house. His dad now lives in Fresno. It was the original the show that you guys played. It was Pluto and Immortal Fate at the Pony Express.
Wow.
And so I digitized it and I put it up on the internet.
So who recorded that?
I have no idea, honestly. But it was on a VCR tape, and it was pretty shitty quality. But
I remember
Damn.
fucking Freeway
So
had one
how
of
do you
those.
do that? Like fucking digitize V fucking CR or whatever.
it goes through a little thing that's plugged into the computer, and you just
Magic. It's just magic.
yeah.
It's there. That's what I
Yeah,
care
exactly.
about.
But so yeah,
Digitized.
so I
Satan.
digitized all that and put it up. And so one of the silly questions I was going to ask you, so you guys had a U-Haul, and like Kalmex was probably 15. You guys are probably what, 17, 18 years old at the time, maybe?
If he was 15, I would have been like 21. or
You
so.
mean like
Oh,
pulling
okay.
a U-Haul to the back of Pony Express?
Yeah.
I remember that. You remember that?
We never
Yeah.
did. Immortal
So-
Fate did. I don't know how to do that.
So
shit.
fucking, basically.
That's fucking Freeway, man.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Basically, like Freeway's
He's fucking always.
He's always.
ready to fucking go.
He's always had like the bigger fucking picture. You know what I mean? Like
Right.
it was like, well, we're gonna bring fucking all this shit and all
I
this
fucking
shit.
saw him the other day, man. He's been fucking doing soundboard for Exodus.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's been the whole
World.
summer in Europe with Exodus.
Yes.
Fucking sound guy. So he's
That's fucking great.
Yeah,
he
so
finds his little fucking nooks and gets in there, and it's like
So we fucking
anyway you want to
rented a U-Haul. Like, I don't
Yeah.
even remember what we had in it. Probably
No,
filled it
it's-
up like 1/3 of the way with shit and
Yeah, well, you had all beer in there, and you had all these youngsters that were out there. I was
beer, some
I
shit.
was like, who the hell bought up all that beer for you? Because I think you guys were pretty young.
That doesn't matter.
Yeah, man. I think probably I was 20 or 21 by then.
Oh, you were? Okay.
Probably.
I was 15.
I was
the
18.
first show.
18.
You were 18.
17.
Yeah. Well, fuck, man. Back in those days, there was a couple spots in Little Mexico over there, fucking Little Michoacan, where
Right.
I'd walk in at fucking
Fifth
18 or
Avenue.
19 and buy beer, and they didn't fucking
Fifth
card me.
Avenue, yeah.
Okay.
I had his ID when I was in 17 when I moved out. Picked up his ID because we both had long hair in the picture, and it
Yeah.
worked at like a few spots. So I'd go there. There are my spots,
Yeah, too, but back then, man, it's different than it was now. Like always,
Yeah.
like fucking always, man.
It's more
If
fucking.
all the fucking bars. If you walk in and you look like you can handle your liquor,
Right.
you're cool, man. They want your money,
Totally.
right?
So yeah, man,
They're there to fucking make people fucking pay them for booze.
on that video that you posted, we had that U-Haul.
Yeah.
And there was like somebody fucking like going through there being like, "This is our fucking
Right.
beer or some shit."
Right.
Yeah,
I remember seeing that sometime.
It's
Yeah.
like
At
a
some point in
free
time.
video,
Pat.
something like
Pat or Rich is up in that video.
Could be,
Yeah,
yeah.
because it would have
Behind
been
it.
like, so it would have been all of us, and then Pat, Rich, fucking Freeway.
Isn't there a fucking video
Kindred,
with fucking?
And me and Kendra were sitting in the car smoking weed, getting ready for the show.
Or maybe Chris V or something?
Isn't there a fucking
Either Billy or Chris V. I
Mom
can't
song?
remember.
Remember when she
Yeah,
Hassan
yeah,
chopped
yeah.
that shit?
And
Yeah.
that place was great, dude. Like Sport Express, like that was
Fucking
like every.
schizo, man.
We played there every other month for like about 8 months or something, you know.
Schizo.
About a year span. It was
Yes.
like every other month you could
Yeah.
just go there and
What happened to
relax.
those fuckers?
There was a party, you know. You can hang out with all your friends. People come down from other cities and shit. You meet new bands and you
Totally.
mingle and shit and you network in that fucking underground, you know. It
Well,
was cool.
totally.
So you know, I mean,
Mingus
You know.
among us.
yeah, man. It's
So-
like,
So I remember back then that actual show. So Richie had this amp or whatever it was. I don't know guitar equipment, but it was like state of the art. You could like turn this knob and it had just these crazy sounds that went on.
I
with
had a
it.
big fucking stack on. or
Yeah,
what-
it was a stack, you know, and I was always amazed. You know, I was like 15 or 16 or something like that back then. But
Were
it
you
always-
at that show?
What's that?
Were you at that show?
Yeah, I was with Mike Kinder in the crowd. You could see us both sitting together. Rest in peace. But yeah, I always remember his amp, and I was just like, dude, that thing was
Yeah.
fucking sick.
What was the first show that you went to? You remember for either Immortal Fate or Pluto or whatever?
It had to be that one.
Yeah.
I mean, I can't remember anything past or before that.
I think
Yeah.
we only played like I think we
So
did
that was
like
probably
three
fucking-
shows, maybe three shows together at the Pony, and then it was just like the Pony wasn't booking no more or something.
Well, that's
whatever happened, we tried to expand our horizons or whatever was going on. So you know, that was like maybe like three shows, maybe.
Yeah, that'd be right from the beginning, man.
You know,
Yeah, it could have been a discontent. We might have seen discontent there, but I honestly can't say whether or not.
Yeah. I never saw Discontent, but
I know that you know, like before I joined the band, you know, like a few months, like there was a flyer that Kinder gave me, and it was like Green Day was a headliner. So like Pluto played with Green Day at the fucking Pony.
Yeah.
And it was like, all right, you know, I mean, everybody played there. You know, that was a place to play. You know, back in the day,
yeah.
fucking like 1980.
What about
fucking
fucking-
88, 89, whatever? You know what it was? 90. I don't know.
Yeah, no, it was like 88. It had to be something like
88
that.
or 89. Yeah.
'Cause I mean, they had like the 4-foot pit that you could just like go 4 feet around.
Yeah, around
You
the
just walk
fucking
up to
post.
the fucking pillar and walk back.
was
and
small.
stop.
This was
Shit,
fucking
you
cool,
know,
man.
That's cool as fuck.
Dude, it
man.
was the best for
It was
sure.
cool. It was a
But
place,
fuck,
a
we
place
used
to
to
hang out. Yeah.
Hang out there all the time.
Yup. And then there was an alleyway in the back where you could sip on 40s and
Yeah.
get all faded before you went inside.
I remember the back
I
had
just
all
think
that
Ma-
like
Mama's song was
overgrown
on
like
our side, man.
ivy in the
Yeah.
back where it was
By the
like kind
Bank
of
of
bushy.
America.
You could like puke and pass out and wake up 2 hours
Exactly.
later and still do the show kind of shit.
And yell at
You know what I mean?
And yell at freeway.
Like it was like you could just go in the back and fucking rip it up. You know?
Yeah.
So I heard quite a long time ago that Richie wasn't doing too well. Was that true?
Smoker right here.
Really?
gotta
Last
fucking
I heard, he
piss.
was all right. I know he was diagnosed with leukemia. Like fuck, man. Like
Oh wow.
in the 90s, sometime 97 or whatever.
Huh?
Because we stopped jamming in like 93,
Right.
and then I heard through the grapevine because I didn't see him after that. Pretty much, like
Okay.
after maybe a year or two,
Uh-huh.
he went to Florida to be a Harley mechanic. He went to like, I don't know if there's some fucking school out there
Yeah.
that just like teach you how to work on Harleys
Big rig.
specifically, but that's what I remember from those days.
Okay.
And then shortly after he came back and he had leukemia, but he it was in remission, and then he was living up in fucking Boulder Creek, I think.
Uh-huh.
And it's like with a lady who had kids, and I think like maybe Pat Gamley would have like a more current readout of what's
Okay.
going on with that dude. But nah, I heard he's okay. I mean,
Good. Okay. Good to hear. I just thought I would ask. Yeah.
yeah, for sure. I mean, I remember that talking to him about it, at the time,
Right.
and he was going through some treatment. And
Cool.
he kicked it.
Yeah. My boy Corey, who was homies with all the 976 people. He was at that show, the Mortal Fate Plutocracy. If you watch that video, there's like this old school red VW bus. That was his. And he went to Florida and went to that motorcycle mechanic school as well
Oh no shit!
in the early 90s. So I don't even know, maybe he was there with Richie at that
I
time.
vaguely remember that, man. Yeah, I remember a couple dudes had VW buses.
Yeah.
I don't remember who they were because shit, I'm fucking old.
Hey,
Hey.
Corey look a lot different these days. We all look a lot different, but back in the day, it was like he had that flip that
Yeah.
hair.
Yeah, exactly.
You guys want to go to Violence tonight? Let's go.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I went and visited him last
Catch
week.
one for Pantene.
it was cool, man.
Yeah, I went and saw him in Mountain View last week. He's still
cool.
the same homie.
Oh, yeah.
But hey, so have you guys talked to Pat lately?
I have not.
He always fucking calls me and says the same fucking thing.
I haven't talked to him in a while, man. I mean, really.
These guys have a fighting affair where, like I had to pull them off each other one time, dude. Like, they were at Pelon's house in San Francisco, and literally, they were like on top of each other, dude. Drunk as fuck, swinging and almost
No.
what? Hey,
It's Pat. It wasn't my fucking fault. Pat, dude.
Yeah, man.
I fucking. all the time.
Have you heard from that cat? I don't have his number or anything.
So I talk with Billy a lot. Every time I go to Carson City to go visit my parents, Billy's up in Carson City now.
I got Pat's number. I got Pat's number and Billy's number.
Oh, okay.
I'm so
Yeah,
good
and so I guess Pat
Galleys. I just I haven't seen him for a while.
Pat bought a property up north or something.
Yeah, that's
And
right.
so I guess he lives up north. I don't know exactly where.
Was he like Jackson or some shit like that?
I'm not sure. All right, we're back.
I got a pop up.
Welcome back to our podcast.
Goddamn still doing it. Pelon wants to do a version of Flashdance.
Flash dance. So you gonna pour beer on him?
The chair with the water when he's
exactly.
dancing.
Butter. Ain't no
So
butter.
he can show his physical skills.
Nah. It's called deflect.
All right, we're back.
So Pelon.
Yes, sir.
So there was a rumor, or maybe it's not a rumor. So you were the one who drew the Immortal Fate logo. Is that correct?
No, that was Rich.
That was Rich.
I think, right?
No, Richie. I think Rich did the original Immortal Fate logo that we used for him a while. And I think Rich did the other one too.
Yeah, Rich did the other one. I didn't do that one.
Okay.
I didn't do it.
I didn't do it.
I think Rich and Freeway did it, like a collaboration somehow.
Okay.
And he also, I remember he had like different names for our band.
Really?
Remember that shit?
They were called a handful of thieves. Yeah.
I remember that they had the name for the band before I ever joined it.
Oh, okay.
That was
I didn't fucking know Rich. I didn't know Freeway.
I think Rich came up with it.
I don't know how we met them. I don't remember that.
And so what when you guys started playing, what was like your biggest influences? Like, who are you looking up to or trying to play like, or
Jesus.
Joe Satriani. Surfing with an alien.
That is not true.
You know, we started jamming when the Bay Area thrash scene was fucking like a full tilt.
sure.
Like I remember
But it was on the way out too, though.
Yeah, it was on the way out. So basically, like
That shit moves fast, dude.
Testament and Violence, I think were the like Testament. All right, there's a new band called Violence. at the time, and like fuck, hell yeah. And so then we started trying to just doing, you know, we started out, we just were
We just wanted to play some fucking some jams.
So yeah, that's what fucking it was thrash. That's what we wanted.
And then when did you?
As time rolled on, we started listening to fucking Napalm and all this stuff, you know.
Sure.
Yeah, it was like this, like kind of like, you know, they're both of my brothers are a little bit older, so they grew up. They got to see, you know, they got to see Cliff Burton, and you get to see this fucking scene where it was like this
brand new. It was fucking brand new. Man.
Plateau of the foundation of the thrash. You know?
I mean, we were listening to like
I didn't get to see that. You know, so me and Kendra kind of grew up on. We didn't get that. So you know, what we had was like fucking Carcass and fucking Godflesh and shit. Yeah. So it was like it intertwined because you know they were on the purge of like. You know, it was later thrash where it was like it was getting to the point was okay, it's getting there. You know, now I gotta go to the next. Let's keep it heavy. Keep it heavy. You know, so it's like you know. So
I used to listen to a lot of fucking Maiden and Metallica.
I brought some memorabilia.
Oh, you
When's
did?
the memorabilia part?
He wasn't doing fucking share and tell.
Show and tell. That's what you said.
Share and tell, show and tell.
You want to do it now? Do it now.
All right.
Let's see some shit. Please.
He asked.
Pretty, please.
Pretty, please.
Can we? Yeah.
I am going bald like you, though. Check this shit out.
Oh, shit.
That shit's going away. Are you fucking bald too?
No, not really.
Little.
As long as you live life healthy, then you can have a nice day.
I don't really like being bald that much. Pretend that I ain't bald.
Yeah, but you know, when I first started playing shit, man. I think I remember getting into guitar, listening to Maiden and the first concert I ever saw was Scorpions.
Scorpions.
And those guys had the fucking twin guitars and shit.
Look at how small that shirt is, man.
Dude, for reals. That was on your leg.
Dio was a fucking badass band for us back in the fucking 80s.
We'll know for what.
Yeah.
That was the first Megadeth show I saw was Megadeth and Dio.
For the first time.
Henry Kaiser in Oakland.
Henry J.
Fuck yeah.
So far, so good. So what tour? Fucking Dave's
Megadeth.
Fucking drunk, crazy fuck. It's even on YouTube. The fucking like all, I didn't fucking fuck that Kirk Hammett motherfucker. I can't fuck him. Like it's on YouTube, the audio. I was at that show. It was Megadeth and Dio.
I remember seeing.
God, dude.
I remember used to go into was it Rainbow Records or something? That was
it was fucking Tower Records.
Tower Records,
right across from Sequoia.
Tower, yeah,
Sequoia.
It was
right by Gil.
The record store that was that.
It was the bank that's before Gil used to be Tower Records.
It was Tower Records
back in the day,
but before
that's when I
Sequoia.
I fucking bought
there was a fucking record store. I think it was Rainbow Records.
No, it was
Woodside and El Camino.
Right.
No, that was fucking Tower Records.
Anyway, I believe it was Warehouse. Warehouse Records.
Warehouse Records.
Yeah.
So I was going looking for records there, you know, if I could get Maiden records and Metallica records. And I saw a sticker on the record that said fucking ex-Metallica guitar player.
Okay.
And it was Megadeth's first record, right?
Uh-huh.
Killing Is My Business.
All right.
And I didn't even know they were fucking, you know, I didn't know that much about fucking metal or whatever. But it had the sticker on it and said he was.
But you found out, they say.
I bought that fucking record and that's one of my top fucking records, man. I fell in love with Megadeth, you know. Shit was fucking killer.
Yeah.
What do you think the first record you bought?
Thriller by Michael Jackson.
Probably like
no,
City Loppers
off the wall.
I think mine was Kiss Dynasty.
Nice, you got better.
Yeah, it did get better, man. Yeah. What about Sugar Hill Gang?
If I could Billy Joel fucking like
too, like
What's that one with, it's a white girl in a white world? What's up? What's that fucking song? What's that? He's like a fucking car mechanic in the video. It's a white
that's
girl.
fucking that piano player.
Uptown, bitch.
Oh, that's a
Joel. That shit.
Uptown Girl. Hilarious.
Someone should fucking kill that guy.
Oh, man.
You guys are funny.
MTV.
Hey, so
Oh my
so
God.
Pelon, you gonna show us some more shit, or you? Is that all you got?
What do you want?
He got a whole bag full of tricks.
I just have old
footage,
raw
footage. Here's an immortal fate.
on the fucking. I got it.
Yeah, what I got on, fool.
Watch out.
Hey, watch out, man.
Yeah. I got my stinkweed.
Hell yeah, rep.
Where?
Does Pelon look like fucking Joaquin Phoenix fucking playing the role of the Night Stalker on the Netflix original film that's only going to be fucking filmed on Netflix or what?
Well, you know what he reminded me of when I turned on the camera for the first time? Matt Pike.
What was that?
Matt Pike from fucking Sleep.
Yeah, what about him?
He looked like fucking Joaquin Phoenix.
That's what he looked like sitting on the fucking couch. Pelon, he looked like Matt Pike. Because he always rocks the fucking, that with the beanie on.
In Pelon Phoenix.
I saw that band Ohm a couple weeks ago.
Oh, really? Where?
They were fucking badass. They played up in Felton, like the area here.
In Felton? Oh, really? Wow.
Yeah, they were fucking sick. They were fucking dope, man.
No, I know who Ohm is, but I didn't know there was a place to play up in Felton. Felton's by Boulder Creek, right?
Ohm is the band with the other cat from Sleep.
Sure. The drummer.
Luke Skywalker.
Nah, the bass player.
Cisneros and right?
Carl. So here's my favorite, one of my favorite records you asked, right?
He did ask.
That's what you asked for.
Well, that's later, but go ahead.
Motherfucker, bitches.
What is that?
Woo-hoo!
Celtic Frost.
The fucking old Frost picture disc, dude.
Oh, sick.
I bought that shit off the shelf, man.
Yeah.
Nice.
That fucking Tower Records right there, dude.
The same one?
Yeah, the same one.
Man.
Go.
Not to be confused with Warehouse Records.
Yes,
Right.
exactly.
Oh, yeah,
That was a
that
bank.
Shit. No, it was
Yeah.
It was a Pizza Hut. Now it's
Payless
Daisies.
store.
You got it.
Then it was a liquor barn.
So yeah,
Yeah, it was a
that's
liquor barn,
that's
right.
one of my heavy influence, man.
Sick.
It's
They
pretty
fucking
good.
nobody sounds like that. Nobody.
Tom G. Warrior.
Ooh, Tom G. You know that, dude? And then here you have this.
Oh hell no!
What is it?
Lord.
That was a big ass influence on me right there.
What is it?
Fucking Forceful Fate.
Okay.
I'm
Don't
gonna
break
go
the
down
yoke.
on that one because I don't like how pretty vocals. Ah! Ah!
Nah, man, this is gold. It's just gold, man.
That's dope.
We tried to find a singer like that before we got him.
Right.
No, not really.
Nah, it's pretty heavy music though. The music is pretty heavy, but I don't like operatic. Man.
So really, what would you fucking call your favorite 5 albums? Is that what you said?
Yeah.
Five favorite albums.
Fab Five Freddy told me everyone
Top 5 albums of all time.
But can it be all kinds of music? You just
It
want
can
to
be whatever you would like it to be.
It could be Deborah Harry
It is what it is for you.
or Harry Deborah.
Oh, just across the thing, right?
Whatever you think is your favorite top 5 albums ever.
Top 5 influence
Well,
or top
that's
5
heavy,
whatever.
though.
Whatever.
You choose.
You choose. Yeah, it's yours.
Oh, me?
Yeah, you already got 2. You got 3 more to go.
Yeah, you could get bumped out if you.
Don't make a mistake. Don't fuck it up.
I didn't know how the rules
You only got
work.
3 more choices. Hurry up! Don't waste time.
No, wait, I got here's one. Ready? Paul's Boutique.
Who?
Paul's Boutique.
Yeah.
And fucking the first Cypress
Yeah.
Hill album. That shit crushed.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Dude.
that was good.
Oh, yeah.
I fucking went with Wendell and saw fucking them in 91 at
Yeah.
Stone.
Oh, really?
They
hip-hop.
played with fucking third base and cocaine.
Chim Dog.
Yeah.
No,
So
third base and cocaine.
So me, Kindred, Beto, and one other person. It was one other person went and saw them at the Catalyst in like '91 as well, Cypress Hill, and I believe they were with third
It's not
base.
Santa Cruz Catalyst, no.
The Catalyst in Santa Cruz, and that was before everybody knew about them or whatever. And we bought the tape, we went up there, and that was the sickest show.
I have to say, man, that is one of my favorite albums, dude.
Dude, so Pelon with fucking our roommate at the time was this lady, you know, and I was fucking underage. I was like 19, and it was like a 21 and over club at the Stone in San Francisco. Huh? It was Cypress Hill. I think it was fucking Tim Dog.
Third base and cocaine.
A few.
Oh, it was
cocaine. A few at the Stone.
I still don't remember.
You got to see that, and I was like, it was fucking 21 and over, and I wasn't fucking of age. Right. So I was like, man, you motherfucker, you know, and like he came back, he was like, it was a sick ass show. I was like, fuck, but you know, I didn't get to see it, but whatever, you know, Cypress Hill was just like on that level where they were just about to hit, you know?
Yeah.
So it was like,
I don't know,
man.
I don't know. I don't know about it now. They just sell weed now, right? I don't even know.
I don't know, but I remember seeing like, I never even heard of that band name, Cypress Hill, and I remember watching like MTV interview, and like they were walking through the streets, and it was like, it seemed like cool cast. I saw the video, and I was like, fucking shit sick.
No.
Yeah. Then went to play the fucking show with our band, fucking no less at the time, LA, with the Shusha and Terror. And one of the drummer, Martine, had this mix, and it was like Cypress Hill and fucking Man is the Bastard. He was playing it all night on the fucking his tape mix, and it was like, see, this shit's sick, you know? Yeah. He had on the mix, and it was like fucking Man is the Bastard, fucking, you know, he had fucking grindcore, he had fucking hip hop. It was like, you know, he had Cypress. It was like, damn, this is cool. Yeah. This is what's going on now, you know?
Huh. So. The Snowman, you want to do your 5 now, or do you want to wait till later?
What happened?
Snowman, do you want to do your top 5 later, or you want to do it now?
Top 5, that's pretty tough. I mean, fucking influence wise, fuck, man. I'm a big Sabbath fan, right? So I couldn't really pick one of their fucking records, although fucking
from the beginning,
Master of Reality is a fucking beast of a record. You know, but I also really like the first record a lot, you know, just because of how fucked up it was and how quick it was to record and all that shit.
Yeah.
And I definitely was a big thrash metal fan, so Red Lightning for me is a fucking sick ass album. I love that. I love that shit. That shit inspired me, and as well as Megadeth's "Killing Is My Business."
Yeah, you can't fuck with those albums, man.
Man.
You just can't touch
Power
them.
Slave by Maiden is a big fucking influence.
That's good, yeah. Fuck. We went to Power Slave.
And then, like, in terms of fucking thrash, man, or fucking grind, dude, Terrorizer or Downfall.
Yeah.
It's a big ass influence. But that's, you know, that's just 5
fucking
in the genre.
Carcass, right?
Carcass. Yeah. That was sick. And then Kalmex, you did top 5 in yours, but go ahead. Do whatever's on your mind.
You know, off the top of the bat, it'd be like
that's
all the bands that came out in like the late 80s, early 90s of the Earache label were a huge influence on Plutocracy.
Think about it for a while.
Which was like, you know, all the bands, you know, Napalm, Carcass, Godflesh, fucking Entomb, Atrocity,
and you have to be like,
Terrorizer.
Can I put a Beatles album in there?
And then locally, in the local scene, it was, you know, it was a Special Death. It was the Roses that had a big effect on me and Kindred, because we were, you know, we would go to shows, you know, together a lot, and we would try to, you know, imitate what we saw. Yeah. So it was like, you know, like this. Remember the motherfuckers did this shit, you know. So we try to do that a lot. So it kind of forced our band, and so those, and you know, I had some other ones. You know, Orlando Drivers were another Earache band. A lot of Earache, and then a lot of it was living in the Bay Area, where you're exposed to thrash all the time, you know, in those years in the late 80s and early 90s.
Right.
Where it's like, you know, you can go to see violence, dude. It'd only take a 20-minute drive, and you can pay $10, and you can go fucking have a night and fucking bash your head and fucking slam some fucking fool around, dude, and fucking get in the pit and fucking jump off stage, you know? I mean, like, it was like, you could do that really quick if you want to, you know? So it was like, that was there, and that was cool. And the bands, you know, I mean, like, fucking, they'd always give you fucking riffs.
I'm just bummed that fucking Pizza and Pipes got knocked out, dude.
Right? Dude, we all grew up there.
Out of that shit. What the
We all grew up there.
decided to do that?
That place was
Man, like,
so.
I remember going to the fucking video shoot of World in the World of Violence, dude. It was me, Kindred, and Chris Vasquez in some car. Some dude that I don't know. I never seen him again. I don't know who the dude was driving. And I never seen them again in my life, dude. It was those kind of things you do in high school, you know? Like, I don't know you, whatever. Just get weeded up and brew and whatever. You know, you got that kind of thing going. So we went there and fucking, like, thrashed it out. And fucking, at the end of the video, dude, you could see me and Vasquez and the headlock together, dude. It's like,
you already did take one
it's
out?
like,
Yeah,
you know,
Hell yeah.
that's how it was back then, you know?
Yeah, and the champion-
Was that was at the Stone,
You're
right?
inspired to write music because you're in the scene, you know, you're in that environment, you know. If you want to play that music, then it's right there.
That was at the Stone, right?
Yeah, the Stone.
Yeah, I was there with Gusto and Josh Harris.
Yes.
We went to
Yeah,
that
we
same
don't-
show.
We don't, yeah.
Sick.
It's crazy, man. The fucking pit was like a fucking, like,
Yeah.
like a fucking gymnasium, like, you know, like, well, it was a go, you know, it's like,
For a kazoo.
like motherfuckers just going crazy, blood, you know, it's like,
Yeah, it's definitely difficult to pick 5 records that
you know,
that are your favorite because you leave a lot behind. All the records these guys mentioned, you know, and there was other shit too that we liked, you know.
Yeah.
yeah, I know, like,
I
fucking,
like P-Funk, you know, that was a big fucking record, like not a certain P-Funk record, but like a fucking whatever the fuck, like the greatest hits or whatever. You get all the shit, and then you pick up from there.
Kindred got me into fucking R&B and soul. Like, he was the one that introduced me to that, and like that changed my perspective of music a lot because he was like fucking big on R&B, and that came into No Less. It was not plutocracy. That was straightforward. Like, let's go straightforward. Balls out, like fucking.
Especially with No
shifted
Less,
to
man.
No Less. It was like it went to R&B kind of shit, you know. And it was
And then
like,
we listened to
it
fucking
was like, why can't we do this? You know,
a fuck ton of
I don't give a fuck.
Floyd at the time,
You know?
right?
So, like, you know, like the
Floyd.
song "Nothing As Good As You Can Play With It" is a song from Parliament that he ripped off. You know, down. But Kendrick took it and made it a little different.
Sure.
But that was another song called "Nothing As Good As If You Can Play With It." So, like, Kendrick was always, you know, like, check this shit out. It's sick, you know, and like, so we would do that.
That same riff is like a fucking Hendrix riff, like Hey Joe,
Almost,
dun,
yeah.
dun, dun.
It's,
You know,
it's
just
soulful. It's very soulful. And like Kindred introduced that, and we just like we took that because I think at the time, like, you know, like Pluto and Immortal Fate were like, you know, we're Pluto and we're doing grind, and Immortal Fate we're doing death metal. We were so like this
At
going
odds.
forward, you know, this was
We're
like
at
fuck it, you know, let's just fuck everybody. Let's just do our own
Integrate
fucking
everything.
band. But,
Yeah.
you know, that's how it kind of came together, dude. It was like, you know, like, let's do whatever the fuck we want to do.
I think we're
Fuck
all just
everybody, you know?
shaded by then.
Yeah, and Hogan was
Yeah.
a big fan of
Yeah.
the oldies. You know, he loved fucking
You know, Hogan
I don't
too,
know.
man. Yeah.
Smokey, Smokey Robinson, and fucking like the Temptations and whatever.
Yeah.
The Four Tops.
4 Tops. So yeah, we had all that for No Less. We were just like wide open with that because we were fucking playing grind and death metal and shit for a few years, and then we just said, "Fuck it, let's just do fucking whatever." And we like used all those influences.
Yeah.
Smash them together.
Forged pretty cool because, you know, if I listen back to those old tapes, it's like, it's the timing. Like, there's a certain time. I have no idea of timing of like 1-4 or 4 or what the fuck that faggot shit is, but like, you know, like But listen to that shit. It's like this shit don't fall on any fucking dimension, dude. It's like it's kind of trippy, but and that was kind of like the way our lives were at that time, which is cool. You know, it's like it's on tape. It's documented. You know, as far as as a band, you know,
Right.
No, it's fine.
Man.
So here's a question from Satan. Satan wanted me to ask you so how did the influence of Pink Floyd, the Beatles, Black Sabbath contribute to the making of Lessons?
Oh man, a lot. The influence of Pink Floyd to me was like they just didn't want to be in some category. They wanted to fucking like do what they wanted to do, you know, expand it a bit, you know. As far as the Beatles, yeah, they had like hit singles and shit, but they still fucking wrote songs that were a little provocative in that day and time. You know, there's a song called "The Girl" or something, and the chorus is like tit 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 tit, but nobody knows that it says tit. You know, so I mean they were fucking with it a little bit. You know, so it's like just being fucking creative, let the mind go. You know,
I would say definitely like Pink Floyd's
one
like you listen to fucking Gumma, right? All those Fury fucking rats jamming with a pick or whatever the fuck. So it's just shit. Anything you can fuck with, grab, hit a washing machine. We used to do that shit and whatever. And then you had the Beatles in. The Beatles is like really fucking killer songwriting. So it's like throw crazy shit at it.
They're fucking the first sneakies.
Add some fucking interesting songwriting. And then what were the other two bands? Beatles.
Pink Floyd and Black Sabbath.
I'm a huge
Black Sabbath. I'm a huge
Sabbath, right? That's what I'm saying.
So the fucking.
I'm a John Lennon fan.
First fucking
for sure,
Sabbath
but
album,
all the way to the top. But you know, I think it's always going against
like that
the grain.
fucking
You know,
groove.
it's always like like fucking like if they like this, let's give them a little more. You know, he was always pushing it a bit. You know, and
so it makes sense, you know, because you fucking have
giving into everybody, you know, which is fucking killer if you're an artist of any
that fucking
level, you know,
that section where it's fucking
breakdown or whatever.
That's Sabbath. The songwriting, that's the Beatles. The fucking kooky shit, that's like Gumma, Pink Floyd, fucking whatever the fuck you want to jam on. What was the fourth band?
No, there was three.
All right.
Sick. Thank you for answering.
We're talking about music.
That was perfect. And then the use of
music again. Here, wait. The
use of samples in No Less was mostly Kindred and Kalmex, or you guys all pick them, or what?
Could I answer that?
You can answer that.
Okay, so most of them were Kindred, and I had a handful.
Okay.
And my brothers had a handful, but Kindred was pretty up on those samples, and
Hogan.
We had a lot. Like when it came to like, it was a time when like Pluto was going over to No Less. And it was like certain samples that Pluto or Max didn't want to use anymore because they were so, kind of controversial and hip hop sounding. So he refused them. But then with No Less, it was okay to use them because we have free ground now.
Refuse them and use them.
So,
free rolls.
Yeah.
It was pretty much that.
Like 2014 or whatever. Shit. You gotta squeeze them like this, man.
Magic.
It's a fancy box.
Yeah, for myself, I wasn't really very.
Sounds of fun.
I didn't contribute a lot of samples at all.
I did. We did a little bit though.
I love the samples because it was like part of the West Bay thing that we have.
It
like it was part of Kindred's thing that
absolutely.
Always had. Like we had.
I think that how that flowed was pretty fucking.
Yeah.
You're right. That is very Kindred.
It was cool. I mean, it was very Kindred, but it was like, I mean, if you look at Pink Floyd, The Wall, it never drops the needle. It just goes straight through. You're never gonna have a fucking 2-3 second.
It's hard to find for yourself in there.
So it just goes. It flows, and
that's
what I felt about it about that time. I was like, Kindred had an idea. Let's put this here. Let's put this here. Right. Great, man. Let's put it. And it just flowed, and I loved that. I still love that. I still like to write like that. And when I go to do a record, I still like to do them like that because I feel like the listener should be never bored. You know, it should be like, oh, fucking, that's cool. Oh wow, fucking wow, cool. You know, it should be like a fucking entertainment ride. Like they're enhanced. You know, so I feel like that. But
absolutely. Yeah, we had a lot of fun with that shit. You know, it's like, what can we throw here? Hey, throw this fucker here. Hey, I got an idea. I want to throw this in as a sample somewhere. Like, we'll find a spot for it. You know?
Yeah, that's so dope.
I like it. I like it. Like the fucking Beastie Boys, fucking what's the Paul Petit, where it's just completely covered in fucking samples, dude. Like,
what's that? There's one song I'm thinking of right now. Was that when we fucking came out with dun 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 dun. There's a couple different fucking samples in it, but it fucking matches up. Like there's like 3 gunshots that match right up with our fucking music, you know. And all that shit was like Bart magic, because fucking Bart would always, he'd hit the button, and it would always fucking match up perfect. Like Bart was very instrumental in that. Apart from the fact that, you know, we picked, like I said, I didn't pick a lot of them, but we picked a lot of fucking cool shit. And Bart was able to just like fucking find the right spot for it, or we told him where to put it, but he would snap it in at the right fucking time.
Sure.
And half the time it would be like a one take thing, like, holy shit, that fit perfect, you know?
It helps a lot to have a producer that's on your side. You know, if he's feeling you and feeling the music, then it helps to fucking make it come out quicker and come out better. Because if he hated us, it would be a horrible experience. You know what I mean?
Like, what the fuck are you doing that for?
It just keeps
wasting my time, wasting my money, you know? So he always had respect for us, so we had the biggest respect for Bart, always, and we still do. So it's like, you know, I mean, recording with him was always a fucking like.
It was fantastic. It's like eating a great cheeseburger.
Yeah.
I mean, like, if he can deal with Kindred at his most craziest, then that's a cool dude.
But that's how they bonded, dude.
I actually have a good story to tell about that.
Do that.
I don't remember who it was that said it, but somebody asked somebody, they told me about it. Somebody that was recording with Bart that wasn't from Redwood or from California, and they asked Bart like, how do you deal with Kindred? Like, fucking, he's a maniac, like, you know, because he had obviously had a reputation, right? And Bart's response was like, "What do you mean? Kindred's always a fucking gentleman around me, you know." Kindred had that respect.
Well, he was.
Bart had that level of respect. They found that front, you know, that music front.
you know, that was the funnest times. Fucking.
Not only that, like my fucking family up in UG, we stay with them. You know, fucking Kindred we go up there, we visit them, and they fucking love the shit out of Kindred. Like, what do you mean? He's not a fucking maniac. He's a fucking gentleman, you know. But
yeah, man. Like,
because he had that aspect to his personality too, man. He was a beautiful human being. Apart from being a fucking maniac, you know?
Yeah, no, we would always chill at my garage, and he was there like every single day, lift weights or whatever. You know, my parents would come down. Exactly. He had, you know, tons of respect for the older folk, you know, but when you were out doing shit or vandalizing or whatever, you know who the craziest motherfucker you were with, right? But I feel exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah. It's one of those things, you know. I don't know.
Yeah.
I had a thought, but I lost it.
It's all good. And so the reason why No Last broke up was because of Dan Hogan? Because when he passed? Or did you guys ever think about replacing him at any point in time?
Like, Dan passed away, and we had like a fucking crazy
mess.
8-week scheduled tour of America planned with Dan, and we weren't getting along. Kinder we were butting heads the whole time before this, and he was out of the band, and so we decided to go ahead and go on the tour, right?
Excuse me.
And it wasn't that, it was pretty bad because we didn't have the band. We didn't have the guitar player or the bass player. It was basically a 3-piece for fucking like 6 weeks across America, and
there was cool shit about it, but
it was pretty bad
sucked
musically,
the
you
whole
know,
time.
for sure.
And we bring along
That's
our
how
friends
I
from San Francisco to bars
That's
everywhere.
fucked up.
Yeah, it was like we were
Like,
fucking mourning.
They
the
did
whole
okay
time.
because they were full bands. They were bands, and I remember going early on in the
We had fun, but it
tour.
was like we were mourning the whole
Saying,
fucking
you guys
time,
tour, you know, you guys. I wish you guys the best, and I'll help you do better. I'll help you, but we're not a band. You know, we're just along. You know, even though we put the tour,
It was a messy ass tour.
It was it was pretty bad.
we were basically mourning the whole fucking time because we didn't have Hogan because he
just
passed
died.
away, and we'd have Kindred because he was.
Oh, dude, we should
know,
already.
The kid wasn't on the tour.
Rest in
he
peace,
wasn't on it.
kid.
We didn't
Rest in
have
peace,
Hogan
big boy.
or Kindred, so it was the three of us and two other cats or whatever. The fuck
Yeah.
it was. Yeah,
It was like a conquest, you know. Go see America. Go see America, boy. Go to the fucking Yellowstone National Park. Go to fucking, fucking, what do they call those fucking faces up in the mountains? Do fucking mountain faces.
Rushmore.
That one, you know.
Right.
Go see.
yeah,
go see his shit,
that's
you know?
how it was. I mean, because we tried to get Kindred in the studio at one point, and it was another story about that, and it didn't work out, so we didn't have Kindred. And then Hogan fucking passed away.
Everyone was being a fucking bitch.
We were
at
2
that
weeks
time,
away from the
man.
tour when he died.
That's what
So
I
we
think.
just fucking went. We just went.
Everyone was being a bitch.
So the whole time we went, and the whole time that we were on that fucking tour, we were a fucking mess.
Yeah,
You know?
it was bad. Like we had like a U-Haul attached to the
Because we're not a
band.
mess right now.
We had like we get paid money after the gig, and then we'd spend it all on food, and we'd barbecue in some truck stops, some fucking like shit, fuck Wyoming fucking
Invite
stop,
me
you know?
in to your wonderful world.
You know, and like
Yeah.
and then we'd leave, and whoever didn't fucking lock the gate, and the fucking food would spill out the fucking back of the U-Haul and shit. We're like,
Damn.
fuck. Nobody locked the gate. It was like a
Gate.
It was.
So what was your question?
It was like the fucking Griswold's blood. Fucking see America. You know. It was.
You answered it.
It was crazy.
You remember your question?
My question?
Ask me something.
Or was there a question?
Fantastic.
I mean, no, you guys basically say it was, the reason why No Less was it the breakup or
Broke
you
up,
stopped
yeah.
playing was because Dan Hogan passed away.
Yeah. But
Okay.
on top of that, it's like, okay, well, Hogan's gone. Like, should we fucking try
A
it?
lot of shit was
And find
happening.
the bass
right
player, it's
then.
like, well,
That's how I feel.
We don't have Kindred either, so
Right.
There was a lot
It's
of
the
crap
three of us.
happening right
this
there.
is like our first show. And
I think so because it was like
It was
it
fucking.
couldn't continue. It couldn't continue without the backbone of the
I
band.
just-
which was,
I just felt like it was a fucking just
it just got there.
terrible fucking thing.
It got
man.
there. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We were all rolling. We were rolling pretty good at that point.
All right.
Oh, dude.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Is this the music section?
I don't. No, I don't.
you have to put the push
I'm
the
gonna
blue one.
put the. I should have.
Push the blue button. Should I?
I want to just talk some more. But
You talk some more.
Yeah.
Keep talking, fool.
Let's
Hey,
keep talking.
This is fun, man. My brothers, we used to like each other.
Hell yeah.
Before we
We
knew
used
each
to
other.
like each other.
Before we knew each other. Now we know each other.
Really know each other.
Don't even know what to do with my brothers.
You can send me down the river.
Show 'em love. That's all you need to do.
It wouldn't be my fucking fault, man. It wouldn't be my fucking
Can you
fault.
see me?
Casually.
Yeah, I can see you.
See me.
You guys gonna play something or what?
Hear me.
Kalmex, where's your guitar?
We can probably play something.
Where's Kalmex guitar?
Silver
Right
shoulder.
here, work.
I got a fucking chip off the old block.
Oh yeah.
Oh, you got the amps and shit too?
Be in true no less fashion.
Oh,
Super sloppy, just like no less
Can you
always.
hear it?
was.
Redacted. I did a request. Barrel through the shipyard.
Barrel in your ass.
Can I get a shot? Can I get a shot?
Let's play Nothing Is Good Unless You Can Play
Oh,
with
man.
It.
This one was written by Kindred McEwen, a.k.a. Sequeed Malone, back in 1993. Let's have a good look at this one.
Something like that.
You got off key.
Yeah, you didn't play guitar there. You don't know the timing of it.
You got off key.
The other one would be what was that one? Frog, right?
All right, get the frog out and I'll come with you. That was about as good as we played back in the 90s.
Old Chevy.
It sounds like you want to get gas at 7-Eleven.
Old
natural
Chevy.
gas. So you get a fucking water. You don't want to water it. But you get a fucking 2.4. You get 2.4.
Yeah, and he
Then you get a hot
didn't play
dog.
guitar. He played drums. So.
That's true.
You know what you're thinking about, Gemini? White bread?
White bread.
Take it over, Snowman, because you're the fucking narrator there. Bread!
I don't know why.
Fuck yeah.
We used to play music.
How about Planet? Play Planet.
Planet.
decent applesauce. Applesauce. Yeah.
How about I was gonna think of one.
What happened to Malibu Grand Prix?
It's level, but no, they didn't put anything on it. It's retarded.
No plaque or
Nothing.
ribbon?
Zero.
No, goddamn thing.
No one cares
Do
about
more
that?
now.
Please, anymore.
Do one more.
We'll do a stitch all the way through.
Hell yeah.
Yes.
There you go.
Esophageal.
So
So we used to play music like that.
It's a
Well,
quick,
no,
easy one. My gangsters.
Wow.
I fucked up a few bars.
Fuck yeah.
Wild.
You gotta play some Immortal Face shit where it's just like completely like. On nice. That's good shit.
Fuck yeah.
What's the next question?
We'll have to tune the guitars down about.
Fuck, you think better beer.
Hold on a second. I feel like you're really close, but you're not.
Chiming in here.
I won't hide.
You look really close, but you're not. Right?
You look great,
Hey,
man.
it's e-talkings through the internet.
I know, but someone's. The fuck was that? Lose it.
We're playing at mom's. Maybe the neighbor was like, "Hey, what's that?"
All right.
Their mom's house.
Kind of loud over there at 10:30.
Every time that shit happens, the same thing happens.
It's hilarious.
Mark those words.
That's right.
Hey,
Empty.
hee-haw!
So does Pelon, you have more stuff to share or what?
Oh, yeah, I do, man.
Show it
Open
up.
him up.
We have to,
Throw it up.
first make sure we know which ones are empty.
What would you like to talk about?
No, I thought you had more show and tell stuff.
Yes.
What did you fucking say?
Yeah, show them something.
I'll show you something.
Show and tell.
You don't need hearing aids.
I can't fucking hear either. What do you want from me, man? Ask me a question.
Show and
Ask
tell.
me a question.
He's hearing it as well.
He wants you to show him some
Kalmex,
more
you
parts.
tell Pelon.
Oh, fucking, we were doing. Yeah.
Yeah, show and tell, man. Give him some stuff.
Show memorabilia.
Show some shit.
Which one?
All right, I got. Ah, this is it. Oh, good.
Oh dear.
Yes, man.
Prepare.
Is that the bat?
Watch this.
It makes me want to hit Frank right on the head.
Oh, kids don't do this at home.
Fucking guy, man. Lord
The
my
bat. Fuck yeah.
bad news.
Make sure don't fucking hit that.
It's just fucking bad news.
Hey, The Walking Dead are biters.
I don't. What did you say?
The Walking Dead. They did a bat, but they wrapped
This shit's fucked.
fucking barbed wire. That's the OG shit right there.
This is like 30 years
This
old,
is
man.
hell.
fucking bad.
For
Well, they're
real.
saying 30 years old. This is
3
like
years
the
old.
fourth one or something.
Is it?
You make one last one.
Yeah,
It's gonna get
some
off.
TV show had a thing like that, right?
Right.
Like a Netflix show had that a bat like that or some
kind of
shit.
thing.
But they had they had barbed wire wrapped around
Soft
it.
love. And
Look at that
when we
motherfucker.
when we exited the fucking apartment that he had with Frankie,
Sharpened the fucking
little Matt.
screws.
all the Agents of Satan bands say that at the same place.
Uh,
Because I lived there. When they got fucking kicked out of there, this bat fucking wrecked the whole fucking walls, all the walls, blood. Just all the walls came down, blood.
yeah.
It was like
You hit Raylene
you know.
in the head.
Fucking
hit Raylene in the head.
It would hit my girlfriend in the head at the time.
Ooh, shit.
Like, it was like it was crazy, but like I mean that was
She had a hard ass skull.
it's true shit. And Jared played there, dude.
Huh?
It was a cool spot. We had like I didn't live there. This guy did,
Oh.
but it was a cool spot.
That's a Mick Franken's
Man, it was.
on a pilot.
It got like to be like you get the fucking fans on us and shit, dude. Like everyone was always crazy shit jumping off, dude.
Hey, I drove by the Chestnut spot last week.
Chestnut, yeah.
Yeah.
That's the
I
talk.
took a picture of it
man.
last week.
You must have stopped and ate
It looks
top.
exactly the same. It's just painted. That's it.
Yeah, wait.
Who knows what it looks like in the inside, though?
Fantastic or something.
There's probably like about 5, Mexicanos living up there right now, like chilling in a little spot, like
Huh.
having a peaceful time.
It's gentrified now. It's like 2 stories high and
No.
some
Are
fucking.
we still talking? You asking questions still?
I mean, no, we could just talk.
You know what I mean? What?
No, we could just talk. You know?
Nothing more.
Okay. I
This guy,
I
get him,
swear,
get
man,
him
I
on
don't
the
go
fucking-
on the internet.
Get him on the fucking
We're
show,
on the
dude.
internet.
Like before you
You
even
are-
play the
we
show,
are
like,
on the internet.
It's like we're talking. We're having a conversation. Like I'm across the table, but I'm really not.
I'm gonna grab. Yeah, that's fine.
I'm gonna reach out and grab you.
Like Somalia.
Can I have you?
Somalia.
you can ask questions back.
Or I could ask you,
Hey,
Not.
Carl,
Yes.
where'd you get that fucking shirt from?
The dude that in Oakland, Bad
Tons of
Skulls.
bootlegs, man.
It was Bad Skulls.
Of course.
I don't want to be on the internet ever, man.
oh, too
Okay.
late.
So you want me to blur? So you want me to blur out your picture the whole entire interview?
What's happening? No, I'm fine. I
Okay.
ain't gonna fuck with it.
Well, thanks for having us on, man. Where
Of
are
course.
you? You here with us still, or?
Yeah.
Hey,
yeah,
he looks
I'm
like
alright.
Joaquin Phoenix playing the
Right.
Rat Sucker.
Yes, Gilroy
Netflix original film, fucking the Pelon.
near Gavilan College.
What you talking
What's
about?
that?
Near Gavilan
Gavilan?
College.
All right, cool.
Haviling. It's a
Gavilan.
race car lubricant.
You're right.
Oh,
It
TT.
Got that shit.
My fools. Hey, thank you for being on here. It's a
you
pleasure
gonna
and
buy
honor for sure. Thank you for letting me fucking interview you guys and having you on my podcast. Really appreciate it.
Hi, Carl.
Are you gonna? Is there any edit going on, or is it gonna go full raw?
Full raw. That's like this ghetto ass. fucking.
Full
He wants
rock.
to make sure he cut out.
Yes.
Yeah, he doesn't look good.
It's like fucking those ghetto rubbers, man.
Exactly. All right.
He's like, where was I?
Remember that?
Thank you guys for being on, bro.
Thanks for your time, man.
Of course. And I'll send you guys a link when I'm done. I'm gonna post it tomorrow.
Okay. Thanks,
Cool.
dude.
All right. Thanks, guys.
Bye.
Appreciate you.
Bye.
You can take a 3-hour interview and cut it down to 2 minutes. It's okay.
Exactly. All right. Peace.